Oh my god, gonna get a little song video for one of the songs off my album, Former Glory. Today we have a little song called In Stride. If you want to skip right to the song in this video, there's a little link down in the comment box, so you don't have to listen to me yap. People like listening to the song before hearing me talk about it too, so that's cool. What to say about In Stride? What to say? The history of In Stride is thus. Basically, at a certain point, I had the entire song of In Stride done, and it didn't have any vocals in it at all. It was just intended to be like an instrumental track. But around that time, I was recording an album for a friend of mine whose name is Josh. He goes by the stage name Joggist. Anyway, I played the song that I had just gotten done for him, and somehow or another the idea came about that he could probably write some lyrics to this. So basically, I handed the song off to him for a while, and he came back a week or two later and had written some really great stuff to it. And that is the story about how that all transpired. I think I touched on this maybe in the last song video I did, but nowadays with the way my style is evolved and developed over the years, it would seem really strange to me to write like an entire song like that that's just instrumental. Like, I can't really imagine doing that. There's just so much interesting artistry involved with writing lyrics and vocal melodies that I just almost hate to sort of miss out on that writing a song. And plus, like, the vocals are a way of helping the audience relate to what's going on musically in the song. In retrospect, I think the most appropriate way to listen to this song is in the context of the whole album. Like, if you're listening through the album from the start to the finish, like, In Stride is actually more like an interesting little moment along the way of that journey. And a lot of the music I grew up with was kind of meant to be listened to like that, you know, the album straight through. There's so much more opportunity to express things when you can have like a 40 to 45 minute, you know, block of time that people are listening to your music. You can take them a lot more places. There's contrast. Instead of just listening to a song as a self-contained unit, you know, all the different songs sort of color each other with their feeling and emotion. And all that's to say, In Stride is kind of like that. It's a contrast to the other songs, you know, whereas if you just take it by itself, it doesn't quite get the whole thing of it. Featured lyric. Alright, favorite lyric. Since I didn't write these lyrics, this actually puts a bit of an interesting dynamic on this. I think I'm gonna go with quid pro quo, a king for a pawn, your eyes are on the prize, you know what's your size. Now this was a few years ago, and both me and Josh were really being ambitious about the future when it came to music, and for him also video, and I guess for me video. Even though we really hadn't seen any success, we just really believed in the potential we had and just wanted to explore so much in the mediums of video and music. And in retrospect, it's pretty cool that we had that perspective, because we've both actually done quite a bit since then. Something that's maybe easy to forget is to accomplish anything big or, you know, anything substantial, it really takes a lot of belief and a lot of determination. And that's kind of like something that really comes through this song for me and the whole album, really. We were just so determined to make this happen and to just like write the best stuff we could. In my, you know, from my perspective, that was absolutely what I was trying to do with this music. So what a lot of these songs sort of represent to me now is just unabashed, reckless ambition with just monastic level diligence. Just an unbelievable thirst for purpose and vision and just a real zeal to just make an impact on the world. And I still feel that way, really. Featured riff. Today for the featured riff, it's actually a keyboard part that you'll recognize from the end of the song. It was really fun playing that several times and putting different effects on the actual keyboard part, and that eventually got layered under the vocals, obviously. The way that whole part kind of is structured is really fun because it starts off with no drums or anything, and then the drums come in really sporadically. They start doing like drum solo-y type stuff that's just random. And then it gets really, you know, kind of straightforward. I didn't want it to just like come in full force in the way you're expecting. So it almost comes in this pseudo beachy thing but the whole part's in 5/4, which is an odd timing. Puts a different spin on it. One thing I would say going back to the vocals, it's actually cool doing that vocal thing in not 4/4. It was a real stretch for Josh. The odd timing just gives that whole thing just this really interesting feel, I think. I think honestly, even though there's a lot about this song that doesn't represent a lot of the ways I would do things now, I'm really, really proud of it. There are very few things in my life where I felt like I did the absolute best I could, or, you know, there are very few things I don't have like significant regrets about, and this album is actually one of those things. Like, I don't think there's anything I could have written better, at least at the time. Nothing I could have done that was within my power or that I knew how to do that I could have done better. No matter what happens with the rest of my life, I'm gonna have this, and it's just a good feeling. So anyway, it's been pretty cool doing these song videos. It really brings back a lot of memories and experiences for me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing and all that kind of stuff. It means a lot to me. So here you go. In Stride by me, M3.
wasteland where angels war. It's unpronounced love to a lover's adorn is when I'm born. Quality to the pond, no eyes on the prize, you know it's your size. It ends, it ends, it ends, it ends, again, it ends, it ends, it ends, friend to the end, again, it ends, it ends.